This is LaserBolt, and welcome to the best phaser beam build ever created on the world of the internet. Do you want to do this? Do you want to wipe out 5 enemies at a time just like this? Hit it! Yeah, boys, you know you want to do that. So let's go ahead and talk about exactly what is the best phaser beam build currently right now. It's going to be called the phaser beam bolt build because it's made by your boy LaserBolt. Now, if all of this sounds like something you're definitely interested, a like would be greatly appreciated. And let's talk about what you need to do to put this build together. Like always, guys, we're going to get started with the skills, then go into the skill tree, into the inventory, and then give you guys combos on how you actually want to approach this build. Now, I wanted to make this build as viable as possible. There are two primary types of builds I put together. Me personally, I could run the one with the most damage one because I don't get shot or I don't get killed. But the build I put together for you guys is I wanted to give you guys nice survivability, because that phaser beam does leave you exposed sometimes and you could take a couple hits. So I wanted to make a build that you're not only going to be able to absorb the hits but also deal out the damage. Theoretically, you could move one particular mod around and that will keep you from actually doing more damage with your phaser beam. So I wanted to make it as viable as for everyone. Now, if there's a piece of item that I'm going to mention here that you are missing, make sure you guys drop by our streams. We stream every day. Come by, check us out, except on Saturdays, and we'll help you get these item pieces for you guys so you guys can make these amazing builds. So let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at the skills. Now, this is what makes this build so beautiful. Let's look at these skills. We're going to be using Heat Wave. This pretty much, you get the summon the fire flames coming away. We get able to proc 2 of these with our mods. We're going to go with Overheat. Basically, what this does, guys, it makes damage. Every time the damage is done to the enemy by 4K, to all enemies at a large radius. Beautiful thing about this one that it's an interrupt skill. So if an enemy's trying to do some sort of ability, you interrupt them. And enemies afflicted with burn receive 57k more damage instead of burn, which is really cool and amazing. Last but not least, guys, we're rocking the main bread and butter, the one that's going to be shining like bright like lightning, bright like a diamond, is the phaser beam, fire and energy beam that deals 300k plus damage. That benefits for 210 status power, inflict burn, and causes interrupt. Really good. So that's the main bread and butter. Let's take a look at our class skill tree and how we have this bad boy built up. We're going middle tree and we're also going bottom tree. It's amazing, guys. Let me tell you guys exactly what we're doing. So we're picking up Magma Golem. This is extremely important, which is going to increase your health by 10%. We're picking up Warm Up, which is going to reduce the Ignite skill cooldown. So really, again, really important. Phaser Beam is active. Really awesome. We got another one, Mag Golem. We're going to be picking up Wildfire, which is going to increase your skill cooldown by 10%. We want to be using our skills as much as we can. As you guys see here, guys, we're on a 5-second cooldown with all our skills. So we're pretty much proccing this over and over. We hardly ever shoot our gun, but when we do, we actually do a lot of damage. Next up, guys, we're going to be using Burn. Afflicted on enemies deal 20% more damage. Since we're always applying Burn, we're going to be doing that extra damage with that Burn nod right there. We're going to go ahead and increase another max damage here, going down to Extinction, which is going to increase the damage by 20% against enemies below 30%. Majority of the time, by the time we end up hitting them with the phaser beam, almost everybody's going to be under 30%. And boom, we're about to hit them that extra damage of 20%. Increase your resistance by 20%, really important. Increase your max health by 10%, Mag Golem. And this is why it's really important, because we want to pick up as many Mag Golems as we possibly can, because it's going to increase our anomaly power by 2.5 for each Mag Golem that we have active, which is pretty awesome. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Magnolia. So here we go. Then we're going to go pick up Burn, Afflict on enemies. That's 20% longer, so they're going to be burning more. And we have, once again, another one. We're picking up Increase Your Skill Life Leech. We're picking this up just because we got to make it to the end. And we have Double Skill Leech when under 30% of max health. So that means when you're using your skills, if you're getting hit, you're going to be able to proc 30% more health back coming your way if you're under that. And we're picking up enemies afflicted by burn receive 15% more damage. And we're also picking up reduced Ignite skill cooldown by 15%. And last but not least, Magna Elemental. Activating Ignite skills increase your armor piercing by 45%, helping us with those tanky elites. And resistant piercing by 45% for 10 seconds. Really important. Next, we're picking up three more from here, which is going to increase our anomaly power. We want that boost to anomaly power to do more damage. We want to be able to reduce our cooldown of your explosion skill by 50%. Really important because, we want to make sure we have that damage right there. And we're also going to go increase your skill damage by 8% marked enemies, since mostly everybody's going to be marked on the map. that's what's gonna make it happen. Now onto the inventory. Now for the inventory, guys, I'm gonna give you a couple options, but things that are gonna be important. Main thing that you want here is you want Fortress. Fortress is gonna be extremely important because that's pretty much the one you really want, because that's gonna boost all your damage. It's gonna boost your phaser beam. It's gonna boost your everything. It's gonna boost it. That comes in the death shield. So if you don't have the death shield and want to know where to find it, come hit your boy up on the streams and we'll get it going. Now I run it like this. I run Fortress and Moaning Winds. I like to get that 7k damage every single time I proc that. And with my phaser beam that I'm procking every 5 seconds, that's almost 500,000 damage. Almost 1,000,000 damage that I'm doing just by using one gun, and one phaser beam. It's just really crazy. 1,000,000 damage every time I do that. We're running the same thing set with the enemy, Moaning Winds and Fortress. And we're last but not least, we're running the Torment and Agony, Moaning Winds and Clip Combustion. This is the best combo that I like. Now, theoretically, you could swap any of these and bring this bad boy in the Funeral Pyre, which is pretty amazing because this one's going to give you Shadow Comets, and it gives you a wider spread, so you're able to hit multiple targets with that Shadow Comet. And you could get Moaning Winds on here, which every time you reload, you do the explosion and you're dealing with multiple enemies. I like having this one as a viable option, especially if I'm playing a map that enemies seem to be spread out a lot. And I do like running this one because I feel like this one's actually pretty dope. And that's the options I want to give you guys for primarily for weapons. You could go with this one as well and run Radiational Splash and Moaning Winds. Apply that vulnerability effect every time you reload and hit them with that Moaning Winds. And because your phaser beam is going to be doing a ton of damage in your skills. So that's what we have. Now we are running three-piece Akari set. Once again, if you need help with the Akari, brother, you come and look at your boy. We got you. We're running here. We're running just keeping the fire tsunami, which comes with heat wave, increases the width of the firewall. I mean, this one is not extremely important. It does cover a wider radius, but it's not like, oh my goodness, I really need this one, right? But we are picking up Ashen Champion, which is part of the phaser beam. Inflicts ash on enemies instead of burn. Each enemy hit boosts your anomaly power by 20% for 10 seconds. That's extremely important because I know we want to have burn because burn does more damage, but being able to boost our anomaly power by that much, it's really, really dope and something we really want to have in there. Anything we can do to boost our anomaly power, since we're using multiple skills, we're using Moaning Winds, we're using all that stuff, we want to make sure we use that. So I'll tell you guys the combo on how you want to make sure you proc that. Next up, guys, we're going to be running the Akari chest piece. Detonator overheat decreases skill cooldown by 50%. That is a requirement, guys. That is a requirement. You want to make sure you bring that skill cooldown to 50%. We have health lifestyle. It's going to phaser beam boost your health regeneration by 50% for 5 seconds. Really important because once that skill ends, you're vulnerable, you're getting hit, and you want to get that extra kick of health right when you have it there. So this is a requirement. The one that's not so much a requirement is this one right here, which is Volcanic Armor. Here we have Ride the Wave. Heat Wave, the skill can be activated more than once. I love having that. The more skills I use, the better it's going to be. But we have Volcanic Armor. Now, Volcanic Armor, which it does is reduces incoming anomaly damage by 65% and weapon damage. So it covers you both ways, whether you're fighting melee enemies or you're fighting ads that are shooting. You're going to be able to reduce that when you're casting the phaser beam. Really important and really help you, give you the nice survivability. Now, theoretically, you don't need this one. You could swap it up with either the one that gives you more damage with the phaser beam or the one that covers the wider radius. But I think that is just perfect because sometimes you can't find cover, and this is going to help you out a lot. Then we're going to be running the gloves. Right here we have Size Matters, which increases the beam radius by 100%. I like that one. We want to make sure we cover as many enemies as we possibly can. If there's enemies around us, we want to make sure we kill them as well. We're going to be putting Captain Hunter in here, which is going to increase the damage against elites by 25%. That's almost always a must with any build. You want to make sure you kill those elites as quickly as you possibly can. And then we have Boots of Akari. We're keeping the Master Consumer, which the skill consumes either burn or ash that is dealing damage. Consuming both at once increases your damage by 150%. That's really important to keep in mind because we want to make sure we're using our combos again. So let me read that again. The skill consumes either burn or ash. Now remember, we are applying ash with our phaser beam, and in addition to that, we're applying burn with our flames. Now keep that in mind. So when those two are together, When they consume both, it increases your damage by 150%. So it's extremely important you guys keep that in mind. The way you want to combo these, because you want to have burn, you want to have ash, and you want to have that, right? And that's when at least we got frequent phaser, which is phaser beam, reduces the skill cooldown by 30%. Once again, let's go over to the skills real quick, and you'll see that we're at 5.5, 5.6, 5.3. So we're getting these coming back really, really soon. So how exactly do you want to combo these? Because that's extremely important, right? So do you want to go boom, boom, and then hit him with that, hit him with that, and then hit him with the phaser beam? Or do you want to go ahead and look how fast these are coming back? Do you want to go with this one, and then you want to hit them with the phaser beam, right? Boom. And then you want to go ahead and hit them with the 2. Now, what I'm going to recommend, guys, is you remember the one I told you guys that extremely important, guys. Which one did I tell you was extremely important? Because you want to make sure you have that 150 extra damage, which is this one. I want you guys to understand it. Master Consumer. You have to get the Master Consumer so you can get that increased damage. So basically the way you want to combo these guys, and I wanted to put this together, is you want to go 1, you want to go 2, right? And then you want to hit them with that. You're consuming the burn, and then you're hitting them with that boom, which is going to hit inflict ash. By the time you're done with that, you want to consume again, boom, boom, boom. And that's pretty much the combo you want to go. As you guys see with the phaser beam, we're talking about 2.5 to 3 million damage just with the phaser beam alone. Now, if you're running this with double pyros, we can hit upwards of 25 to 30 million damage with this build, guys. It is extremely crazy. If you put with a debuff pyro, oh my goodness, this thing wrecks. So definitely come and check it out. Let me know what you guys think of this build. I hope you guys are enjoying our Outriders coverage. If you are, guys, do me the huge favor, guys. Drop a comment, drop a like, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and don't forget our brand new merch that's coming out, boys. Oh my goodness, it is so hot. Ooh. You guys definitely gotta make sure you guys want to join the Bolt Nation membership and hit that elite so you guys can get that free shirt when it comes live. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next